If you remember when we last left our intrepid group, you'd gone to a gala affair at the Devonets on 12th night, and that you had gone with Gabriel Beaumont, you had gone with Anastasia, you had gone with Legba, you had gone with Swift, because we're forward thinking here and 2000s guys, you know. And so
technically, I met up with Papa Lego.
Yeah, you met him there. He was your blind date, and you had gone with not Marie Laveau, Anne-Marie Laveau. Anne-Marie Laveau.
I mean, we showed up and showed out.
That's right. And I had a good time until the presents were given out. There was a little bit of stuff that went on there where you had dropped off your picture. You had met Maeve and Lloyd Slade, who were the winter lady and then her winter knight. And they had invited you to join the winter court, the autumn people to join, and then kind of had a veiled threat about if you don't, they can't, really protect you, blah, 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 you should join us. You talked to, what was it, Bella St. Clair. She had kind of run a little bit of interference and run Maeve off a little bit. Maeve was planning to leave. Gifts got handed out at midnight and everybody unmasked. You and Volt had gotten basically bank slips showing someone knew that you guys had tons of money and that it was coming in. Anne-Marie was very upset because it was a picture of her granddaughter that she'd been trying to hide. And so, she said, she was pretty upset about that. You had gotten a box and not opened it.
Yeah, after I saw what was going on.
You had gotten a trombone.
Yep.
You had gotten a straight razor that did a mental attack on you, and you had wound up shattering your Sword of the Cross, and then Gabriel Beaumont had grabbed you and spirited you away in an Uber. At which point, what's her name? Scavis. Lauren Scavis, who is Marcel's sister, had challenged the three of you, Swift, and Dela to a Code Duello.
What was her name again?
Lauren Scavis had challenged you three because you were the three that they had video footage of killing her brother. Well, not video footage, but pictures, basically still shots from a video camera. She had two dark-haired men with her that were obviously her bodyguards, and so she had demanded a Code Duello, and she wanted it here and now, which meant you guys could choose what weapons to use. And I think you had chosen weapons at hand, and then you had chosen seconds. You were...
I think Bunk second, right?
I think so, yes. And then who was your second?
I didn't remember.
Darwin. Darwin was your second. Right, yes. Yep.
Okay.
Dela chose Darwin.
I remember Darwin being second, but I didn't remember who it was to. No, was it Swift?
No.
No, Swift.
Maeve had volunteered to be Swift second, and he was kind of like...
Oh, yeah.
and wasn't too crazy about that, because she seems a bit sketchy. So that's where we are at the party.
Maeve is the winter...
The winter lady.
Okay.
There's winter lady, winter queen, and then the winter mother, or the mother of darkness, they sometimes call her, because they're the tribe and entities,
Council,
and they gradually get more powerful the older they are.
The Winter Trinity?
Yeah, exactly. And there's a Summer Trinity as well. There's a Summer Lady, Summer Queen, and then the Mother of Summer. And so crazy stuff. So that's where we are, getting ready for a Code Duello, and Gabriel Beaumont spiriting you away. So, Code Duello, what do you want to do? Everybody starts moving apart from... You're not in it. You just got to make sure that everything... seconds are basically there to make sure that the rules are adhered to. No outside interference. Making sure that things are done on the up and up, because people are not supposed to mess around with the rules. This is supposed to be a duel.
We still have our masks on, right?
No, everybody's unmasked at midnight. That's what it was. And so that's where you were. You'd taken your mask off. Now, you put it back on.
No, they know who I am.
Yeah, they do. They do. But that's where we were. So everybody starts kind of clearing out the middle of the open area in front of the front steps and between the gate. It's a pretty good-sized area. Maybe there's lights strung up. Remember, little fairy lights strung up. It's about probably 40 or 50 foot diameter. So enough. It's going to be a little, probably closer to 50 foot diameter. It's going to be a little cramped for 6 people to go at it. You're not going to have a whole lot of area to hide. In fact, actually none. But that's all right. You guys are wizards, and you've got power, and Swift is there, and he's got shields and armor, and he's got a little bit of magic too. So yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and just,
Dragon
full
out.
humanoid dragon,
Cool.
hybrid type deal out.
A lot of people very surprised to see that. I mean, maybe not as surprised as that you shape changed, but that you've turned into a dragon. That has caused some kind of people to look around. You've seen the very attractive red-haired woman in the green who has kind of noticed that you're in the middle of this Code Duello. She stepped off to the side and seems to be watching it very carefully. You notice that Bella St. Clair is very non-committal about it, and that Sydney St. Clair...
I see glee in her eyes.
Well, yeah. Well, you're not sure.
Yes, I'm sure.
Sydney St. Clair has decided he's going to be the judge of this because he is an impartial member. He was not involved in it.
And he has sticky fingers.
So
Yeah, maybe.
impartial.
Impartial. Well, you're not sure how impartial he'll be, but anyway,
Maybe he'll be in parts later.
could be. So, what are you guys going to do to get ready? Remember, you still have a... No, you've already used it.
I already
Never
used
mind.
it, yeah.
Remember, though,
A
that
roll that didn't matter.
Miranda prayed for you guys, and everybody gets a +1 to a roll that is in pursuit
Service of
of
our
your
mission?
purpose, of your mission,
Yeah.
your purpose. And I would say that probably surviving a Code Duello would fall under that. So yeah, I'm going to call it this. So anybody doing anything in particular, remember also that your dress is armor 2, at least till the end of the night, and then it turns into a pumpkin. No, never mind. Yeah, so
Or does she turn into a pumpkin?
that could be either
Yes.
one. Could be either one. Swift, he reaches over, taps his chest as he always does, and the Fey armor kind of and rolls down this articulated metal armor rolls down.
That's cool.
And then he has the shield goes like that, and the sword he pulls it out, and so he's ready to go. Actually, he probably leaves the sword on his back and actually draws his bow and get ready to shoot. So he's ready. Anybody else?
I stand near the area and put my hands in my pockets.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm gonna say, we want to make sure that Trombone isn't contaminated or something.
I'm believing that. After I
Okay.
saw what happened there.
Right.
Maybe don't play it.
I haven't opened my box.
Yeah, I'm just keeping that away.
Mhm.
And,
Well, yeah, because it does seem like you guys are getting poison, pills.
Yeah.
Is what's going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Somebody is out after specifically y'all.
yeah. So I reached in my pocket, pulled my mouthpiece, just
Take a closer look at the receipts.
And
Oh, future debt and lawsuits.
The IRS. Yeah. At least it's before they've added 87,000 people with guns, right? To the IRS. So you're okay. You're okay. Yeah. Yes.
So we're fighting.
Lawrence gave us.
entertainment.
And her 2 bodyguards. Her
And
2
the two
bodyguards kick
bodyguards.
off
Okay,
their
that's what I was
masks.
trying
And
to
you
figure out
realize
who
these
the
guys,
two were.
they're wearing black suits. They're twins. Dark hair. You get the feeling they may be Cajun because they have that kind of a little bit of a darker olive complexion, dark hair, very straight, and they are definitely twins. You're not sure you could tell them apart. Kind of these brown eyes. Yeah. So they're definitely twins.
So are we anywhere near? Are we like standing together?
Yeah, I figured so. I mean, you can talk to each other. Absolutely.
Should we just try to take them down one at a time, work as a group against the 3 of them, and then
Focus on
kind
one
of
and go down.
defend against 2 while we take down 1?
Yeah.
No.
Just me and you and
I'm
Swift.
just making
Right.
sure nothing
Swift says that-
unsavory happens. I
Swift
can't
says
fight.
that he will
Yes,
make
I
sure
am.
that he can defend both of you. I mean, that's kind of what his job is, to make sure you don't get killed. And so he says that he can, out of the box, probably make sure that you have some time to prepare to try and take one of them out in one swell foop if you want. But that means he won't be able to attack, really.
The only thing is, I don't know
It's like the swell
if these
foop.
guys are good fighters compared to
Yeah.
her. I mean, let's just take down the 20.
I don't think I've said one fell swoop in 100 years. It's always swell foop. Yeah, it's not fell swoop.
Yeah.
Swell foop. Anyway, yeah.
The
So
funny thing is, I know exactly what you meant, but in my brain, I was like, "That's not right,"
No,
and then I
it's
just
not.
kept going.
It's not.
I was like registering. I was like, wait, something doesn't. I don't know why, but
swell foop. Yeah. Maeve is kind of standing by the side line. She really hasn't joined close to you guys. It's just mainly you four, and then of course Swift. Maeve is standing over there with Lloyd Slate. Lloyd Slate periodically will try and chat up one of the girls who. Most of them are like, and move away. He's finally had a little bit of success with this one girl who has a lot of piercing and rings in various sundry areas that are visible. And he seems to be having a little bit of headway of talking to her. So, yeah. But Maeve is kind of watching.
Where is Anastasia in all this?
Anastasia is on the sidelines watching. She seems to be a little bit nervous about this. Remember, she had already told you that.
I want to make sure I keep an eye on her and the duel.
Yeah, well, she's staying pretty close to you.
I could see some.
Yeah.
Like this is a distraction to maybe go after her.
Right.
Potentially, I don't know.
Well, she's
Two birds, one stone.
right. Well, she's staying pretty close to you because remember you're supposed to keep her safe anyway, so she's not moving too far away. Yeah, right.
Alright, well, I think that's what we should do. We should, tag a twin and.
Tag a twin.
Now, Does
Can we
any-
tell? Can we tell them apart at all?
does
Like, just
anybody
like,
have
you know?
any kind of?
Really. I mean, they're
Would I
they're
have
very.
worn-
I mean,
No,
very
I don't
identical.
think- I don't think so. Would I have worn lipstick?
It's up to you.
Do they look
'Cause it's a
vampiric as
fancy
well?
party.
Scabious, obviously.
Okay.
What?
Not that you
I mean,
can
I did,
tell.
you want
The
I did
s-
this last time.
I mean,
I
I
tried to do
will.
Echoes of the
I'm
Beast
gonna
and
take
smell
my
them.
lipstick.
yeah, no, they
I'm
smell
gonna mark
human
one of the twins
to
with a
you.
lipstick.
Well, you're
Yeah,
already
it's all
all
so
dragoned
we
out.
could
So
easily go
no,
back
they
and
smell
forth
human
and
to
wouldn't know
you.
if
You know,
it's
the
all
vampires
time.
have this weird kind
You
of.
said the one on the right, and then if you move to the left,
The best way
you do
to
is the
put
one
it would
on the
be
left.
No, but you said they look
otherworldly
exactly
and
the
cold
same.
smell,
I mean,
and that really doesn't, translate well to
All right.
smells. But that's the best way to
Okay.
put it.
Yeah.
If you poke one of them in the eye, he'll always have that one eye shut.
There you go.
You'll just know.
Or if you
All
just
right.
cut off one of his arms, it's really easy to tell them apart then. you know?
That's true.
Well, that's okay. So
It
cut
is
off his
sort of
arm.
the same as maiming, really.
I just-
Maiming makes it so twins are easily tellable
I just go up and
apart.
scratch an X on one of
You
their
said you
foreheads.
couldn't tell them apart.
Yeah, no, I know, but if you
I was
remove
gonna
an
mark them
arm,
with some lipstick.
yeah.
Excuse me. Before this starts, we just need a little. Okay, thank you. That's
Yeah.
it.
So, basically, Lauren and the two guys have kind of circled up around there. They have not gotten seconds. You notice that Lauren goes over to Bella St. Clair, and Bella nods, and so I guess Bella's going to be her second. The two twins are kind of looking around, and a couple of the Devonays from the crowd just kind of. One of them is a woman, and another one is a young man, and they both kind of say that they'll do the seconds, and so it looks like three of the Devonays are going to be their seconds. So,
Who said that they were going to referee
That's
this
very
whole thing?
small.
Sydney.
Sydney?
Sydney. Which basically, what that means is that if
Who's
somebody
also
tries.
a Devaney?
Who's also a Devaney. But Sydney he's like, all a referee really does in a Code Duello is make sure everything's set up to all of the duelists, that everybody's okay with the rules, and then he kind of steps back and lets you guys fight. So, yeah, there's not a whole lot to his rules.
Is the Code Duello to the death yet? Or is it
Doesn't
just the first
have
blood?
to be, but she's kind of made apparent that it's to death. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Which means if you get taken out, she's probably going to try and kill you. Right. So just keep that in mind.
I
Who's
don't.
gonna come and kill us?
I don't think I've ever met Sydney St. Clair, have I?
I don't think so.
That's,
Gray haired, a little bit of a beard,
He
mustache.
was never around when I talked to him. Well,
No.
He was
Oh,
at the
you've
funeral,
seen
I
him.
met
he's
him.
at the
You
funeral.
You saw him in the
I saw him
tower
talking to
when he
me.
came to talk to Terrence. That's about the only
Yeah, I
time
think
you
that's the
guys
only
would have
time.
seen him.
But
Yeah.
And that
didn't
technically
he-
wasn't him. That was a vision of the past. But
Yeah.
yes.
Was he not there when
We met him at the
he
funeral.
talked to me at the church?
Right at the funeral. You didn't go to the
I
funeral.
didn't go to the
no.
funeral.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
never mind.
Did you go to the funeral?
Yes, oh yeah. He stood in the back in black and dropped
Yeah.
a black rose
Yeah, I
on
got the
it.
black rose.
This is
All
why I
edgy
remember
and
this.
stuff.
this is a good story. This is just like the mountain that spoke thing. We had a whole
Yeah,
conversation
yeah,
about
yeah.
this.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
a good
great.
time.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Oh.
So sad.
Is he like down there with?
He's
us?
actually in the middle of the circle.
He's
Yeah, he's in the middle of the circle, kind of watching you guys. So if you wanted to go talk to him, you just have to walk
Yeah,
across
that's
the circle.
absolutely what I want to do.
Okay, walk across the circle. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
is, excuse me, Mr. St. Clair.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. No I'm kidding. no.
yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm unfamiliar with this entire thing. I've been seconded. What exactly does that entail for me?
You're supposed to make sure that no one cheats. If you see someone outside the circle interfering with the battle, you are allowed to call that out and stop the duel. He looks around and he says, most of the time the duelist won't stop, but you're definitely allowed to stop the people interfering.
Oh, okay.
Since this is our gala affair, I would prefer you stop short of permanently incapacitating them, as in dead. But if that's the only way to stop, then so be it. Code Duello is sacred, and if someone is interfering with it to try and give someone else an advantage, you are more than welcome to take whatever force is necessary to prevent it.
Ah, I see. Okay, thank you. That clears it up for me.
Who are you seconding for?
Dela?
And when you say that, he goes, oh, well, make sure you watch the circle very carefully. There are a lot of Devonets here, and there's a bit of a schism that has occurred in the Devonets, and I think that something might be afoot. So keep your eyes peeled, young man.
Very confused now.
Yeah.
Thank you, though.
There's feet everywhere.
I know, right? Yeah.
Gotta have the hand ready, I guess.
Yeah. Get your pistol and I'm ready to go.
But yeah, with that, I return back over to our little side, I guess.
Cool. Alrighty. Anybody else want to do anything?
Yes, I'm gonna say, sorry, Darwin.
Well, he's not going to get killed. I mean, he's just got to
No, I
make
know,
sure
but
your
this is not
back doesn't
his
get
favorite
stabbed.
thing.
Yeah.
This is not my favorite thing.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Darwin, this is about the time Darwin hops his moped. I'll see y'all later.
Wait. I left that at home tonight.
He doesn't do that, but no.
The police are
he's
coming.
Mm. Yeah, that's right.
I can
So-
just see him going, I came to it was a party. I don't.
Also, Anne-Marie is
weren't even
sticking
supposed
close
to
to
be
you, by
here.
the way, because she is
Okay.
really upset that they had a picture of her daughter, her granddaughter. Yeah. So you line up opposite your opposites, if you will.
For some reason, I'm imagining dodgeball.
That's a good way to think of it.
Oh, that's
Yeah. And Sidney St. Clair moves out of the middle. He kind of goes over to the side.
What's that? Opposite or opposites?
They're opposite. They're opposites. they're other three. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And he reaches into his pocket, and of course he's got one of those little, pocket handkerchief thingies, and he pulls it out, and it's actually a full size one. It's a little silk. It's probably red and green because this is 12th night. And he holds it up and he says, "When the handkerchief hits the ground, we will start.
No magic.
No magic is allowed, as well as any weapons that you carry upon
Okay.
yourself.
All right.
Because it's weapons at hand, basically." And so,
Well, that's not good magic.
yeah, you notice that the guys across from the twins, one of them, weird thing happens when you kind of move back. He looks at probably, no, not you. He looks at Swift and he does this, and he puts his hand out to the side, and you notice that lightning starts going back and forth across his fingers. And the other guy looks at you, and you notice that smoke starts pouring out of his hand and kind of wrapping around. Yeah, wrapping around his hand. So one guy's got lightning, the other's got what looks like clouds. Okay,
I think
Lightning
we
and
should
thunder?
bang them, throw them
Yeah.
off their guns.
yeah.
and so
Which one we killing first?
Does anybody have a pitcher
Lightning
of water?
or-
Let's just throw water on the lightning.
Lightning
cloud.
or the smoke?
Short amount. Yeah.
yeah. So anyway, and so they start calling up power. The interesting thing you notice
We
is
should all
that
yawn collectively.
Lauren does not seem to be calling up any magic. Okay, Lauren Scavis, excuse me. She's not calling up any magic. But you do notice that she reaches behind her back and pulls out these, what look like a pair of kukri. Okay, and so she's got a kukri in each hand, and her eyes kind of go silvery white, which means that she is kind of allowing the demon to come to the forefront as a white vampire, which means she's going to be fast, strong, tough, and hard to kill.
Where's the water? We need some water. Where's the pipes around here?
I have ice knives. Maybe they'll melt.
Hope that. And so they get ready. Sidney St. Clair holds up the handkerchief, drops it. It starts to float to the ground. At which point Maeve goes, "Oh my gosh, such drama!" And she goes right with a ice little spear that shoots out of her finger, and it hits the handkerchief and pins it to the ground, which means it hits the ground much faster. At which point,
I run.
at which point you run. No. At which point, Swift, because Swift goes first. He said he does this, and you notice that everybody in your group has disappeared. And you notice that everybody else in your group has disappeared, and you can't see Swift, which tells you what Swift has done. Okay, you're all veiled. Okay, and so he goes whoosh, right, like that. So he's got to roll, make his roll. We'll see how good his veil is. Okay. Ooh, that's not so good. That's not bad though. All right, so he goes whoosh. Okay, and you guys all disappear. So that's his action. I need alertness. See what everybody's alertness is, so we can figure out when we're going.
They reappear.
No, just they're gone.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
No, I smell. No.
All right. This is gonna sound terrible. +7s?
Yeah.
Everybody at 7?
For what?
Alertness.
What the heck did we get
Yeah, in my dreams.
into?
No,
White court vampires. What can I say? All right. You.
he looks really upset.
Yeah. Well, Lauren.
One already.
Yeah. Lauren is gonna make a. She's gonna do a maneuver to try and
We
find
also
you
have our
guys.
Sword of the Cross
Okay.
She
Okay.
we resist her. Yes, was.
So she lets out this rah because you guys all disappeared, and she comes running towards and leaping towards kind of your general direction, and she starts swinging around with these kukris really, really fast. You kind of quietly move back out of the way, and she does not seem to know where you are, and so she gets to the edge of the circle and spins and kind of stands around like that. So you're not sure. She doesn't seem to know where you are. So that was in 7s. Okay. Yeah. White court vampires are fast.
To the edge of the circle. Like, watch your toes, watch your toes.
Yeah. Any 3s?
For what?
Alertness.
No.
2s.
Yes.
Okay, 2s are next.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
I can see her.
Oh yes.
Can I see the twins?
Yes. Remember, that's what Swift's action was to make you guys invisible. Now, when you attack, you're still going to be veiled, but everybody's going to know where kind of you are. Okay, I mean, it'll be still kind of a little hard for them to hit you, but they'll know if they see ice knives appear from somewhere, they're going to go, okay, she's right there. You know?
Yeah.
And realize also that Lauren is only about probably maybe 6 feet from you, so she's close. Okay,
Okay, so real quick, can I see where one of the twins is?
oh yeah,
How
they're right
close
there.
are they?
They're across the circle. They have not moved yet. They're kind of getting ready to move forward, so 40 feet away maybe. They're in the same zone.
Dang, that was really far. I was gonna try and lightly run over there,
You can do
like
that.
stab one of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're still in the same zone, so
Okay,
you can hit
that's
them.
what I'm doing.
Just to
And
just
also because of who Dela is, she's not wearing the skinny heel stuff. Just the
You could have taken them off anyway.
the slipper
I mean,
flats. Oh, I guess that's true.
you could have taken. I mean, you've had time
All right.
to prep.
Well, I'll just take
All
them
right,
off.
so you're going to fliche, or was it lunge across the arena to get them right? Okay, go.
just one of them. I can't hit both of them.
No.
All right, so I'm going for lightning boy.
Okay, go for it. It's weapons, right?
So I'm just gonna reroll.
Okay. You don't want to just give yourself a +2? Tag an aspect, give yourself a +2.
Okay, sure. I'll try that.
Tag the aspect.
'Cause I'm
I'm
gonna be
invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, give me that.
I think
You gotta
I'm
be better
gonna
than
try that.
All right, so you're tagging the aspect. I'm invisible.
So that will give me.
I'm the
a-
juggernaut. No.
That'll give me a 4.
Okay. Wait, what's your weapon skill?
3.
So you got a +2 to your roll, so it's a 5.
And then and then you had a -1 or a
I have
+1?
-1.
Oh, okay.
Really? I thought your weapons were higher than that.
No, the damage it does is high.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're the
So should
the
I re-roll? I'm gonna
swordsman.
re-roll it then. I'm gonna re-roll it instead of the +2.
Well, but, okay, instead of the +2, that's fine. Do what you want. Okay, it's
Got a
+1.
plus.
Oh, you wind up with the same thing, Alan. So, so yeah. So what's that? 4? All right.
So I'm still good. Yeah.
Okay.
It was fate.
Right.
Okay. So they're gonna try and dodge. Well, okay, he's gonna try and dodge, but that's hilarious. All right. So,
He nimbly stepped out of.
oh
the
heck no, no.
he didn't?
You come. You kind of you pulled your sword out kind of quietly. You probably actually already had it out, and you've got your umbrella probably right here, and you just go this huge kind of flichet fly across the arena, and he kind of looks in your direction, and you get the feeling he's maybe wondering what's going on, and he has about that much time to kind of wonder, and your sword just right into his gut. He goes, "Ah!" And the lightning goes, okay, out. What's your weapon value on your sword?
1700.
I want to say it's 6.
Wow, that guy's
Do you want to use your?
bad.
Remember, it does. I believe it does 3 damage.
It's a weapon 3 and can be a weapon 6.
Is
or
it once per?
3 times per session.
Okay. Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do a weapon 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my big damage in while I can.
You beat him by 5.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they're mages. Okay,
Yeah, that's
they're
true.
not
Okay.
nimble. They're mages.
Yeah, all right.
She's the nimble one. Okay.
Okay.
So that's 11 damage is what you're gonna do. Ooh, that's gonna sting a bit. All right. Let me see. Oh wow. He's gonna take a. That takes off 6 stress. He's still got 5 to deal with. He's also going to take a mild consequence. Wow. And that'll give him a 3. So mild, and then a severe. The severe is going to be sucking chest wound. Okay, he's pierced through the chest.
Yeah.
The mild one is going to be that he is. It hurts so much he's dropped to one knee. Okay, and then he takes a stress 3 hit. Okay, so that was in your turn. Who else has 2s? You're okay. You're also 2.
Okay, so are the brothers next to each other, or
There's probably about maybe 10 feet between them.
Okay.
Yeah.
so I'm going to focus on the guy that's hurt,
Right.
and I'm kinetic blast.
Okay, make me a roll.
You go, Bunk.
And
Let's see.
Teamwork.
You're using your road spell,
Road spell.
which is strength 5.
Strength 5.
Okay, so you just roll discipline to hit him. Okay. That's even. Okay. You got a -1, so now it's a discipline check, so you don't get to add any of your how much you beat him into it because it's a rote. But you got him for 5, so wow. Okay, he's going to take his moderate consequence, which he's taken all of them.
and I'm going to move around from where I was to.
I'm gonna say for this one he's got you broke his arm. Okay, so he's got a broken arm, sucking chest wound, and he's completely dropped to one knee, and then that's going to still take him 1 stress through. So he is hurt. Okay, I mean he is badly injured. You notice that she impales him, you blast him backward now. At which point Lauren spins. Okay, and you think she may have kind of locked onto where you guys are or where you
Oh,
are.
I figured she did as soon as I
Right.
attacked.
And then the other brother.
Everybody.
The other brother is going to, I think, hit you with his spell, or he's going to try to. Okay. He's going to do a 7 strength attack on you. Okay, so it's even 7. So he's putting 7 power into it. His discipline is 5. You get an athletics check to try and dodge it. You have to beat a
Okay.
+5. Okay.
Good
You got
luck.
this.
Oh.
No, I don't have it.
So what's your athletics?
It was a 2.
So now it's a 0.
Can I use a fake one?
Sure, what are you going to tag? What aspect? You can, absolutely. Or you can even re-roll, but you got to figure an aspect to tag.
I don't think No Mercy would work in this.
No, not really.
Where are the other ones?
Icy Rage. I mean, I
No.
saw them destroy Miranda. No, that wasn't.
I'll allow it. No,
that's
no.
too
I'll
hard.
allow it because because you saw them hurt Miranda. I'll allow it. I'll allow Icy Rage for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
That makes you resist hard, cold. So you
Because I
don't feel
blame the
it.
Devanese.
Are you gonna
re-roll
re-roll?
behind all this? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Reroll. Great toss.
Even better.
Is that better?
Almost got
I
it.
got it.
You got it? Okay.
You got what you
That was
much better.
that was much better. Wow, what'd you
I'm
get?
glad I did.
Five.
I know I'm at a 5.
Okay. What did I say he had? He had a 5, right? No, he had an 8.
Are you an 8? 7?
No, he had a I think it
I
was
don't know.
it was a 7. That's what it was.
Yeah, the 7.
So he still beat you by 2, which means you take a strength 8 hit. Okay. He's not using a rope spell. He
Right.
is calling up power. Right.
So, can I pop my umbrella or did I need to do that before?
No, you can do that. Sure.
So, I pop my umbrella, which is a 3 armor.
So what did we say that was? So you take 4. A stress 4 hits physical.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So he hits you with. What happens is the smoke reaches out and grabs you, and you can feel it kind of really, really cold. It's like the upper air, jet stream kind of stuff, and it starts leaching the heat from your body, and that's what the 4 stress is from. But you're able to deflect some of it with your, umbrella. You pop it open, and it, blows some of it away from you. So the little tendrils just kind of reach around and grab you. Okay. So your umbrella is open now.
Okay.
All right, that brings us to, I believe that's the end of the round, which brings us back to Swift. Okay.
What about our seconds? Or what-
Seconds
how
don't
does
get to
that
fight.
No,
They're
we're
just
just
making
making
sure.
Oh, making sure. Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Slackers.
Yeah. Also, water is dripping off of you. By the way,
This is what you chose me for.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
We're doing a great job.
Now, you guys are looking around the circle. It does not seem like anybody is interfering. Okay. Everybody seems to be playing nice, as far as you can tell. Just to let you
Do
know.
I need to make an alertness check or anything?
No, because nobody's done anything yet. All right, so the next round. Yet. Swift is going to probably drop the veil at this point because the jig is up. And he's going to take a shot at, what's her face? Lauren. So, okay, he got an 8. She's got athletics. And she gets, oh wow. She's got 5 athletics. She got a 7, so he beat her by 1. Okay. She turns toward him as he drops the veil, and he's drawn an arrow and fired at her. She kind of brings her knife up to try and cut the arrow out of the air because she's just that quick, and she just blurs, but misses because he's just that good. So he hits her for 7. Okay. So she is going to take a moderate consequence and then take. Oh, wait. She already has armor 1. So she's going to take 6. She's going to take a moderate consequence and then her thing there. Okay, cool. All right. So the arrow hits her. She kind of slashes it away. It cuts her on the arm there, and looks like it leaves kind of a nasty gouge. It starts leaking blood. So she's got kind of her arm is hurt. Well, actually, probably it's a moderate consequence. It probably hits her arm, and she snaps it off, and then it starts bleeding out that way. Okay.
Just that.
Yep. So that brings us to her. She runs towards Swift, just swirling these knives and stuff like that, and attacks him.
He must have kissed her.
Wow.
Invisibility.
Let's see. She's got weapons. Yes. She got a -3 though, so that's again a 0. Okay, Swift has athletics. I don't remember what his things are though. Swift athletics are +2. He rolled a -1, so he got a +1. So she comes swirling towards him with these knives, and he throws the shield up, and she's ching, and he's like blocking all over the place, but she's not able to get past his shield. Thank goodness. Okay. All right. He didn't beat her by much, though. That brings us to +2s, which is you guys. Yes. You going to finish off this last guy? He's in bad shape.
The last guy or the first guy? Yeah.
Yeah, the first guy. Yeah.
I'm finishing him off.
Lightning dude.
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him with my sword again.
Raiden. Sorry,
What the
kidding.
heck? Well,
Okay. What'd you get?
a 1.
You still beating. He got a 0.
All right. Well,
Remember,
I got a 1. I have my
mages.
sword as a weapon 6. So
Okay, are you going to do you're going to do your weapon 6 again or your weapon 3? You want to save that 6 for when you're fighting big girl.
Fine. Yeah, I bet you're
Okay,
right. I'll do
weapon 3. All right, now you beat
That's
him
a
by
good
1, so it becomes a strength 4 hit. He's out of consequences, and so he goes down. You slash around, cut him across the chest again, and he just drops. Okay, blood leaking through his nice white shirt and all over his black suit, and he drops to the ground and falls back.
Would I have a chance to do a veil on myself
No.
to turn invisible?
Remember, you get 1 action, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Simultaneously with that happening, the other brother lets out a shriek. Okay, that you just killed his twin brother, and so he's really looks angry. So that brings us to you. Yes, sir.
Kinetic blasted.
Okay, the other guy, right? Okay, make your roll. Strength 5, right?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
6.
Okay. You beat him. He got a 2. So you do a strength 5 hit. Okay, so 5 hit on the other guy. This would be Cloud. He is going to take a mild consequence, and then a stress 3 hit. Okay. What happens is you kinetic blast him. It hits him in the leg. You hear this sickening crunch to his knee, and he kind of goes, "Ugh," and kind of lifts to one side. So he looks like he's hurt, but he's definitely not out yet. So that was in 2s. All right. In 0, he looks towards you. Well, he's got you wrapped up in the icy stuff, doesn't he?
Am I still
She
wrapped
just
up?
killed the brother.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
killed the brother, but is it?
Right.
Am I still wrapped up? How's the ice?
No. Well, it's just the icy stuff is around you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. He's like, don't attack me, attack her. Yeah.
She killed the brother.
Yeah. So,
Really?
yeah, right.
You're the autumn night.
Oh, wow. -3. Ooh, he may not have gotten his spell off.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, he's got to pump it into something else then.
I think he's going to spend a point to re-roll.
No.
He's going to spend you just killed my brother.
No.
Well, what technically the aspect would be twin brother.
Yeah.
He got a +1 on that. So that's enough to give him the 6 points he needs to make the spell go off. So you got to beat a +6 to dodge a spell. Use your athletics.
Great. I'm going to dress body armor.
Huh?
I'm just dodging. Is that what I'm doing?
No, you got to dodge.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you get to
You
dodge
have to
free,
dodge
and then
first.
whatever gets
Okay.
through is damage. Right.
All right, and that would be considered athletics. Okay, dice. Play nice.
What'd you get?
2.
2. Okay, so he hits you. It's a strength 6 hit. All right. Now, your umbrella, how many times can you use it? It's
Once per session.
Okay, so you're going to use your dress body armor, so it drops it to a stress 4 hit. Okay, so do you have your 4th box colored in already?
Yep.
So,
I have to do a 3 and a 1.
no. You have to take a mild consequence,
Okay.
okay, and then you'll take a stress 2 hit. What mild consequence would you like? He's still hitting you with the cloud stuff, chilled to the bone.
Yeah.
Okay, so your mild consequence is chilled to the bone, and then you take a stress 2 hit.
Right.
All right. And that brings us back up to the top of the round where Swift is fighting with what's her face. Swift is going to. Oh, I know what he's going to do. I know exactly what he's going to do. Oh, that's nice. He got a +1. Okay, let's see where his stuff is. Okay, good. He's going to do his rote spell, which is a strength 8 block. What happens is he drops to one knee, reaches down and touches the ground, and you notice that all of a sudden the grass reaches up and grabs her legs and starts spiraling up around her to hold her in place. And then at which point he's backpedaling the whole time. And so you notice that he has kind of locked her in place. She's got to beat a +8 block to be able to move. So if you get close to her, she can still stab you and stuff like that, but she can't charge after anybody now. So she'll make an attempt to break through that with might, and then if she breaks loose, she can go attack you guys. That's what it is. So strength 8 is pretty good. That brings us to her. So she's going to try and break through it. Her might is She gets a +4 to break stuff. Oh, okay. She does not succeed. You notice that the grass starts growing thicker and some of the little vines and stuff actually reach out, and she tries to pull her legs free, and her eyes go even more silvery, and she looks really mad. The kind of pink blood from her wound that he's gotten her with is kind of flying about, and she starts screaming and shrieking and yelling at the top of her lungs that she wants to get loose. She actually manages to kind of break a little bit free on one leg, and then the things grab out and grab her again. So yeah. That brings us to, yes, one of you two.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Other brother who's shrieking, is he out?
No, he's still very
still-
much in. He's taken a mild consequence and a stress 3, so he's fine.
But if she can't move.
It's time to get him. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
finish
All right,
him
I'm gonna
finish
move
him
to
off,
her
and
and.
then concentrate.
You gonna move her or kill the brother?
Kill the brother then, because she's locked.
Okay, well, I didn't know if she was gonna stay locked, so I'm gonna kill the brother.
She's gonna stay locked
I'm
for a
gonna
little
attempt.
while. Not too long.
I'm going to attempt.
Mhm.
Hey!
Ooh, nice roll.
That's
+2.
good for
That
me.
was good, that was good.
gives me a +5.
Are you doing your sword again?
Yes.
Okay. So he tries to dodge. He gets a 1. So you beat him by 4. Are you using your magical 6 damage?
I'm saving it for
But you can do it 3 times, right?
I've done it once.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I
So
can take him
that's
out.
another strength 10 hit. He takes a severe consequence. He takes a moderate consequence, and then he's out of consequences. So what you do is you come twisting towards him with kind of the clouds all over you, and you pop your umbrella closed and cut him across the chest. He kind of stumbles back, and you cut him towards his throat, and he stumbles back, but you catch him right across here again, and then a third shot kind of down his chest. So he's got, his chest is just all cut up and bloody, but he doesn't go down, but he looks really, really bad. You think you can even see where, if he doesn't get medical attention, he's probably going to bleed out because you hit him enough times. But he is in bad shape. So that brings us to you, sir.
Kinetic blast.
On him, right?
Yep.
Good deal. Okay.
So 4.
4.
Athletics.
Athletics. Wow.
Dang.
He's
really
gonna
hurting is what
tag
that is.
another thing and re-roll that mess. He got 4 minuses. And he broke even, so he got a 0. How much? What did you get?
4.
Okay, so you hit him for a strength 5 hit. He only has a stress 1 and a stress 2, so he goes down. As he kind of staggers back from all these cuts, you kinetic blast. It hits him right in the head, and he just drops like he's been hit with a sack of cream through our grains. Yeah, so he's down. Which leaves us with only, what's her name? Girly Girl. So Swift, to keep this spell going, is going to have to put some more power into it. So he's not going to be able to do anything besides just keep the spell going. So he backs away again, holds his shield up, keeps the spell going for another round. So he's keeping her in place. She tries to break out again. Ooh. I think, yeah, that's going to do it. So at which point you could see him pulling the ground, the grass and stuff like that to grab it, and she, finally realizing she's actually carrying knives, reaches down and slashes the things apart, and she, comes charging towards probably Swift because he's closest. So she's going to attack him.
Oh, that's Swift. I don't know who else she got.
All the knives. It's a 5. Yes. Swift is going to athletically dodge, hopefully. Well, you didn't do bad. Not bad. Swift gets a
That's good.
3. So she beats him by 2. Her weapons do 3, so he takes 5. He's going to take a mild consequence and a stress 3. So she slashes up his arm a bit, getting around his blocking and stuff like that. And other than that, he's fine. Okay, so that brings us to you guys. What are you going to do, Jody?
Well, she's free now, right?
And attacking Swift.
I'm going to run up and stabby stab.
Go for it.
I got a
+1?
+4. I
Okay.
think it says 4.
Okay. She's going to try and dodge. Oh my goodness.
Just the
Yeah. Well, you're not hitting anymore. All right. You come stabbying up at her, and she sees you, and one of the little kukris, she just goes twing and just knocks your sword to the side, so you don't hit her. She's got pretty good athletics, and she's pretty dodgy because she's got that inhuman speed going for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kinetic blast.
All right. Go for it. Oh.
So 3.
Okay. She's gonna athletic it. And give her 5. Okay, so she rolls away from your kinetic blast. Okay, towards Swift because she's after him. Brings us to Swift again. I think Swift is gonna go on the offensive with his sword. He drops. Well, he throws the bow over his shoulder and then attacks with his weapon, which is not very strong, but. Swift is going to tag I defend the autumn night and re-roll that mess. All right, there we go. -1. All right, he gets a 2. I'm pretty sure she's going to handily deal with that mess. Yeah, okay. So he stabs at her with the sword and she blocks it aside with her kukri again. That brings us to her. She attacks Swift. Does she want to tag an aspect? Yeah. She's going to tag the aspect, just die already and re-roll. So that gives her a weapons of 3. So she only beat him by 1. So, oh wait, no, he has to roll athletics. Sorry. So she got a 3. I think he's going to still be hit, but I think it's not going to do much. His athletics is 2. All right. So she beat him by 1. Her weapon does 3, so he's going to take that as a stress 3. All right. Again, she cuts at him, and he just blocks it with the shield. So that brings us to you, Jody. What are you going to do? You're up close now.
So I'm closer. She's focused on him, right?
Right.
Is she sideways to me? I mean, is she like looking at me and trying to do him at the same time?
Well, remember, she's
or-
blocked you, so she knows you're there. She's kind of attacking. Well, she's defending against both of you, but she's specifically trying to stab at Swift.
So I'm going to try and change tactics a bit. And instead of using my sword, I'm going to try and hit her with my ice knives.
Okay. Okay. Go for it. That's a strength 5 rope. Okay, cool. Go for it.
Right. Do I have to put anything extra stuff
No,
into it?
you just
or
have to roll. You'll take 1 stress, 1 mental stress. Okay. And then what's your discipline?
My discipline is 5.
Okay, so you got a 7. She has to dodge a 7. All right. She got an 8. Okay. So you launch ice knives at her, and again she kind of goes into this weird blurry ching 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 and starts blocking them aside with her her little blades, and yeah, she's nasty. That brings us to you.
Kinetic blast.
That's something
So
better.
6.
6. She's gonna block again, or well, not block, but try and dodge again. That's a 4, so you beat her by 2, so it's a strength 5 hit. All right. She's already taken a moderate consequence, so I think she's going to take a mild consequence and take a stress 3. All right.
Darwin is being ever vigilant.
All right.
I knew you were a good second. You'll be my second again next time.
No.
I need alertness checks from you guys, by the way.
Alright.
Not having
Darwin will be
that.
like, party? No. Done with parties.
This is why I don't leave my house.
No
That's right.
parties for me.
I got 2.
4.
All right, 4. You're standing there, and Anastasia nudges you with her elbow, and you notice that Maeve, the Winter Lady, is looking very intensely at the water that's running off of Dela, because remember she was encased in clouds, and so she's kind of damp now. And you notice that it's kind of dripped onto the ground, and it seems to be starting to freeze, which is going to make it very slippery very quickly.
Okay, so I guess I think Maeve's trying to
Do something. She's cheating.
against Dela, trying to make it more exciting, I guess.
You're not sure. It definitely looks like it would be bad for Dela. because she's going to hit a patch of ice, and it's going to be, she may go on her butt. So yeah.
I want to do kind of like a distraction to throw her off concentration by doing like a loud roar, like "woo, this is amazing," and shoot lightning.
Okay,
To
straight
try
up.
to- so she like stops, like what?
Okay, so you're going to do an intimidation kind of thing. All right, go for it.
Something like that.
Yeah, I got you.
Not really trying to intimidate.
Yeah,
her,
go
just-
right.
Distract.
Just distract.
Distract, yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think what. Okay, let's see. That would be under.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you. Sorry. I have intimidation and stuff. We can go. With, I have rapport.
I'm just gonna.
Deceit, distraction, and misdirection.
Oh, that would be a
There
deceit.
we go.
Okay.
Don't have that dial.
Hey, rock and roll. That'll be fun, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yay!
Dude, I rolled all pluses, so that's a 4.
Wow, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Wait. I thought you had deceit at what?
No, I don't have to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me see. She
Trying my
made
best without being physical with
pretty
the
good.
second.
in our world.
Believe it or not,
Look
I
at
have
your-
deceit.
Might be able to add a
Second.
+1
I
to
know.
that.
Fine.
Also, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, for the cause.
Yeah, I would think so. I would let you
Okay,
do
I'm
that
trying
for
to
sure.
protect
That's right.
party member. Yeah.
All right.
I'll do that.
Part of
Yeah.
the mission.
Where's Maeve?
Who's my plus one yet?
She is going to
Maeve is
deceive.
that
Wow. Okay.
Don't forget it. Use it while you got it.
All right. She gets a 4.
Ah.
Which everything canceled out,
Wait.
huh?
Okay. Yeah. No. Go ahead.
You got a 5, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you go, rock, and all of a sudden she looks over at you, and you notice that it stops freezing, and then she understands what's going on.
I'm gonna give her a wink.
And she winks back at you and kind of rolls her eyes. At which point, Lloyd Slate looks at you and kind of gives you the evil eyeball and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, all right. So yeah, you do stop her from doing that. Very good. Where are we at now? You all had gone.
I
It was
killed me.
Yeah, so we stopped. So now it's
okay. So it's Swift's turn.
Swift's turn.
I killed
All right.
Maeve.
Hey,
No problem.
During the distraction.
Maybe
killed
winds up
her.
dead.
What
Something
happened? I don't
before
know.
I lost all my powers.
I think he's going to throw up a block spell.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
All right.
A
Too much
shield
to drink.
Oh gosh.
That would be
He's
a
going
great
to tag
distraction.
another one and re-roll that mess of
God, just
garbage.
hinges and the shield pops out.
Okay.
No, I'm throwing up.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
All right.
that's
What happens is this: Swift, she's after him and stuff like that, and you notice that he looks towards you and reaches down towards the ground like that. And all of a sudden, you see that these little vines and roots and stuff like that spring up in front of you, so that to like waist height, you've literally got cover in front of you. Okay, so if she comes after you, you're at least protected. It's his job.
No, that's
You know,
cool.
he's making sure the autumn
Yeah.
night is there, and then he, of course, is ready to handle Lauren. All right, so that brings us to Lauren. Lauren attacks him. Ooh. She got a +1 with her weapons, which gives her a 4. He's going to try and defend. He got a -1. So that she beat him by 2. So he's going to take a moderate consequence.
No.
So she slashes towards him. You notice that as she attacks him, pieces of his armor are kind of flying off and landing on the ground, where she's kind of digging in underneath and popping them off. And so a lot of his fey armor looks like it's getting beaten up. And so he's looking pretty cut up and beat up as well. That brings us to you guys.
I'm gonna swing my sword again.
Okay, go for it. What'd you get?
So that gives me a 3.
What are you gonna tag?
Can you tag the same aspect, or does it have to be different every time?
No, you can tag the same aspect. You can't tag it twice in the same round. So what are you tagging?
So is this round? We're in the
This is
same
new round. New round.
Yeah, I'm tagging Icy Rage.
Okay.
Because I'm worried about
Swift. Yeah,
Swift.
he's looking pretty peaked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives you a
So I had a
3 plus 2
plus 2 is 4, 5.
Okay, so you beat her by 1. Your weapon damage is
+6. And
okay. So 7 damage to her. All right. She is going to take. A severe consequence, which means she's out of them after that. And she's going to take a 1 stress hit. So she's still up. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that was you. Your turn?
Should I just go for the haymaker?
Go for it.
No, what the heck?
Go big or go home.
go
That's
big or
what
go
we're doing.
home.
We're at the.
So I'm going to pump as much.
We're saving
I'm
Swift.
trying to do the +8, and here we go.
There you go.
All right, here we go.
Find out later.
Yeah.
What's your okay? So no. Remember, so you're doing a strength 8 hit, right? Okay, so that means you
Right.
take a 3 stress hit
Right.
first. Okay, let's do that
Oh.
first. Okay,
All right, so
and
I
you can take it physical, mental, whichever way you want to take it.
All right.
You can even take a minor consequence if you want. You can do that. Yeah, there's no problem. Or mild consequence. Okay, so now you need to roll your discipline. All right. What'd you get for your discipline?
+3.
Okay, so you missed it by 5, right? Do you want to spend a fate point to do anything? Give yourself a +2, re-roll. Which would you prefer? And tell me what aspect you're going to tag.
I want to tag vampires suck.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's
love
so
that tag.
appropriate on so many levels.
Waiting to use this.
That's right. Yeah, that's so appropriate. You re-roll.
Reroll.
Okay, so you're at a 5, right?
5, so I need a 3.
You need a 3. You need at least +3, and you can always tag another aspect. Oh wow. Okay, so you're still at 5.
Yep.
Now, like I said, if you don't tag a couple aspects to get it up what you need to, you're only going to hit her for strength 5.
I'm going to tag.
What
I'm
are
the
you-
Autumn Knight.
Yeah, well, that's ice magic. So you can always call in a favor from the Autumn King. That just means you'll owe him one.
How many points shy are you?
Yeah, so I would tag.
Oh, you got
tag
+1. Yeah, don't
+1.
forget you got
Yeah.
+1.
So
Right.
tag the.
If you tag I'm the Autumn Knight, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now wait, do you want to spend a fate point? Or you want to owe the Autumn King a
I'm gonna stay
favor?
with Fate.
Oh, you're not fun. All right, so that'll give you your 8. That's right.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
you start doing this, that's when.
He's like, I don't think the Autumn Knight's gonna call it good on a bottle of
Yeah,
rum.
right. Yeah. Well, you never know. The Autumn King's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah,
so far.
right, right.
Yeah. Now-
I'm pretty sure Papa Legba hasn't called even.
Yeah, right.
even
Now,
if
the
he
interesting
had
thing about
Papa
that is she had 6
sad.
stress bubbles. If you had done anything less than 6 stress bubbles, she'd still be in the fight.
Wow.
So by doing 7 or 8, she doesn't have anywhere she can go. All right. So you wind up with this haymaker, right? And the you can see the force coming right in there, and then just wham, unleash, and it hits her right in the chin, and she just pops about 5 feet into the air. Tumbles end over end, lands outside the circle, just bonelessly on the ground. Now, she is not dead, but she is very, very out of the fight for sure. And
No bones.
So they don't
Yeah.
have to be killed?
it's up to you whether you kill them. I mean, it's to the death, but
What I'm saying is, if we don't kill her, then does that mean we've lost a duel?
no, you still win.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's
She's also
not.
out of the ring too.
Yeah, well, yeah, and she's out of the fight. I mean, you won very clearly. I mean, just you can show mercy. I mean, you're the good guys.
Can we just want her to
Ish.
say, you owe us a favor?
Oh no, she's not going to go for that. No.
So we either kill her and make somebody else mad, or we
Right.
leave her
Yeah.
mad.
I'm
as she was
thinking
before.
like- Yeah,
Wait.
like
Okay.
John Wick style, the Russian mob comes after us
I
and
need
kills
you-
her son.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
need to pull out your cell phone. We need to get a selfie with her on the floor.
No, not with you around. Now that being said, if
Take
you
top
took
trend.
a lock of her hair or some of her blood,
Oh yes.
thaumaturgy, you can
Yes.
mess
Yes.
her up
I'll
if
do
she
that.
ever
I'll go
gets
over, yeah.
jiggy with it again.
I go over, grab some, and
And
Yeah.
and her
Yeah.
two boyos. Her two boyos.
oh yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you each take
we're looting the body.
yeah you each take samples from all of them.
Now, one
Trophies.
of them's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, the 2 boyos are dead.
Are they dead?
Oh, they're
Oh.
they're out. Yeah,
Isn't
you
there
guys
magic-
killed them.
Oh, they're oh. I
Yeah, well,
didn't
you were
know they
sorting them.
died.
You're
Take some
slashing
hair,
them.
and we're gonna get some
Ooh, he's not breathing.
Oh,
Maybe we won't do that. Yeah, I'm not doing necromancy on him. But on her, you can definitely take some blood.
Now
and
I'm
stuff.
imagining us like strut walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picking
Ooh,
stuff
these
up.
guys aren't breathing. They're out.
They're like,
Ooh,
as people at the
ooh,
party
ooh.
being like, are they
Well,
Destroy all our enemies.
yeah. At which point, you notice that Sydney goes, the Code Duello is concluded. The clear victors are Dela, Swift, and Bunk. I call this concluded and finished. No Code Duello may be called again for such the death of Marcel Scavis. She's lying over the corner, doesn't hear any of this, and at which point Bella St. Clair goes over and kind of grabs her and picks her up and kind of gets her to her feet. A couple of the men go help her, and they're going to carry her inside. Looks like.
Can we go over to Swift to make sure he's...
Yeah.
Yeah, Swift is beat up, but he's bloody. He immediately starts, pulling, ripping pieces off of his nice shirt, and kind of binding up these wounds and tying them around. You think he's probably got a broken rib or something like that. He looks in pretty sad shape, and he goes.
I'm going to tell him thank you, Swift. For
He says, "Well, it's my job to protect the autumn night. That's
I
what I
know,
do.
but
Bleed,
thank you.
bleed."
Hell of a job. Oh, you
bleed.
Your veil at the beginning was brilliant.
Well, at which point Maeve goes, "Well, that was fun. Lloyd, I believe it's time we took our leave." And he kind of looks around and kind of glares at her as the little girl with all the piercings kind of looks disappointed that he's leaving. And she goes, "Come." And he kind of rolls his eyes and they head out through the front gate. Sydney walks up to all three of you and says, "That was well done. I won't say that the Scavis family won't be angry with you, but quite well done. You have definitely grown since I last taught you, Dela." And so he says, well, he looks around at everybody, and everybody's kind of mingling around trying to figure out what to do. And he says, "Party's over. Go home." And everybody goes, "What?" He goes, "We're done here. Go home." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And so people start heading out the front gate.
It's 12. Let's go.
Yeah.
Is Papa Legba still around?
Yeah. And he goes, "Well, that was quite interesting. And I got to see you in action. Well, I still have this wonderful bottle of rum, and you still owe me the favor of drinking it with me. I will definitely take a rain check on it.
Okay.
But I think it's time to go." So, you guys start leaving.
Go grab a bottle from the bar.
Yeah, you can do that
Oh,
easily.
yeah, me too.
Yeah. Most of it's
Oh,
wine
right,
and beer,
yes.
nothing exciting, but yeah, that's
We're raiding. the place.
Yeah, we gotta celebrate the winning of a Code Duello.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
We gotta check on our
Well,
friend
not
too.
only that, but we didn't really even have time to have any food or drinks before.
No,
all
you
this
had
was
nibbles.
going
You had
on.
nibbles and drinks. Yes, you had
You
nibbles
had
and
a whole
drinks.
dance.
You were there
Well, that's
from
true, I
like
did
9
have a
o'clock
dance.
until
I
midnight.
had
So
one
yeah,
whole
you were
dance.
there. Yeah, you got fed
We got fed.
and drunk and drink. Maybe not drunk,
Drunk,
drink.
but yeah.
and
We
drink.
went to five.
So let's cut back over to Miranda. Miranda, you're in the Uber and you just there's tears rolling down your face, and you still got the handle of your sword, but there's of course no blade attached to it. And at some point, you notice that Gabriel Beaumont has taken his jacket with the patches on the elbow and has put it over your shoulder. And he's got his arm around you, and you kind of somewhere at the end of a tunnel hear him talking to the Uber driver. And then the Uber stops, you get out, and he walks up to this beautiful wooden door, and he reaches into his pocket and pulls out, looks for all intents and purposes to be like a key from the 1800s, and he puts it in the lock and turns it, and then he reaches up and does something up here, and the door swings in, and it's the LaLaurie mansion, because remember that's his house.
Right.
And you walk inside, and he says, "Do you want something to drink? Tea, beer? Wait, no, tea, coffee?" He immediately catches himself remembering that you're a recovering alcoholic, and so he says, "Okay, I'll be right back." And so he leaves you in the foyer and heads straight down to the kitchen. What are you gonna do? The place is kind of dark, and there is a very gloomy aspect to it. It's not a happy place at all. Not the happiest place at all.
She's
What-
already sad.
What does it What does he have in like this? Where?
Well, it's a hallway that goes straight back into the kitchen. There's a stair that goes up, and then off to the left, there's what looks like maybe a living room or a sitting room. Beautiful antique furniture, most of it leather. There's a fainting couch. There's these beautiful bookshelves. That's where he sat and drank with you two, actually. There's a nice little, end table. Looks like there's a little wet bar over to the side where there's several crystal decanters of brownish and whitish liquids and several glasses. But yeah.
I'm gonna go pour a drink.
All right. You grab a glass, pour it up. He comes walking in a couple minutes with a cup of tea, and it's steamy. And he goes, "Oh, okay. Are you sure that's wise?"
Nope. And I shoot it.
Okay. He says, "Well, okay. Well, I'll bring you the tea anyway." And so I guess you sit down on the couch.
Yeah.
And he brings you the tea, puts on the little end table, goes over and pours himself a drink, and then refills yours.
whiskey
Yeah.
and-
And comes over and sits by you, and he says, "Wow, your sword is not the first sword of the cross to be broken. It's happened before, and they've been reforged. So I don't want you to feel like this is the end of your time as a Knight of the Cross." He says, "So take heart." Okay, now you guys have finished this. Your Code Duello. You probably grabbed a taxi or something like that.
But do we even know where he's going?
Yeah,
I guess we could
oh,
figure
well,
maybe
I mean,
he's
you
gonna
could-
go
We
home.
could just figure that
You guys have been there before.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
Unless you took her to a hotel
Those two
room,
at least
which doesn't
have.
seem like his
Doesn't
MO.
seem like his
yeah,
MO,
it doesn't seem like his MO. Yeah. So you're sitting there, and he says, "I have a theory about why this is happening, and it has nothing to do with the White Court vampires or anything. I think someone is moving against the church. That's the only reason they would go after a Knight of the Cross."
I don't know if this has anything to do with any outside forces at all, if I'm being honest. It might just be me.
Mm.
I kind of take the handle of the sword and I just sit it down on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I didn't even know they could shatter.
He says only when they're used in the opposite way that they're intended. The sword of the cross that I wielded, that I had, Amorclus, was the sword of love, and if it's wielded in hate, it can be shattered. Yours was the sword was similar to its sister sword, the one that is the sword of hope, and so only in despair it can be broken, which means that whoever gave you that gift knew exactly what was necessary to break that sword. They were after you specifically, yeah. And they know enough about swords of the cross to know what to do to break them. But again, all's not lost. I mean,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's better if somebody else, somebody stronger, wields it anyway, you know?
he says, well, maybe. But maybe your time with the sword is just at an end. I mean, we have lots of people who are Knights of the Cross who don't carry swords.
You said you used to carry one, so you don't anymore?
No, there was an attack about 10 years ago on the St. Louis Cathedral by the Blackened Denarians, the demons of the coins. And their leader showed up, and I was given Amorclus, Excalibur, to use. This was long before Michael Carpenter got the sword, and I defeated their leader, but I didn't use the sword.
Oh.
So I never drew it. And then I gave it back to the church. And again, over the years, many people have been given the swords for only short periods of time and then, turn them back over to the church. And so he picks up the hilt and he kind of lays it on the, the end table, and he says, "I'll make sure the church gets this. Who knows? Maybe it can be reforged, or if nothing else, the church will know what to do with it."
Yeah.
So, about that time, there's a knock on the door, and Gabriel kind of goes, "Well, that's odd. Most people leave this alone, especially since I told the tour guides that I don't want them standing outside my door anymore telling stories. And so he goes over and he kind of opens the door, and it's you guys, okay? And he says, "Oh, come in. We're in the living room."
Two drinks now.
Yeah,
I'm not there.
you're not there. Where are you going?
I'm going back to Anne Marie's place.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll handle that in a minute. Good question. All right. So you guys, it's you guys, not Darwin. And so he ushers you into there, and you see Miranda sitting on the couch, and she looks a bit worse for wear. There's glasses of looks like bourbon or whiskey or something like that sitting around everybody, and it looks like she's already had one. Looks like she's already had one, so you're kind of like, because all
I'm
you know.
imagining she's not handling it well.
No, I expect not.
Let that get.
Yeah. And so he says, "Well, come in, have a seat. Drinks?"
Yes.
He walks over to the crystal decanter
We brought our own.
and pours a. Oh, you brought your own. He hands glasses around everybody, and they're these nice little crystal glasses and stuff like that. And you probably pop corks, untwist screws, and kind of sit in these nice. They're definitely antique. Just by the way, they've got some of them are kind of like that velvet velour, like you've seen back in the 1800s, 1900s, and they all have those spindly kind of cloth wooden feet. And so, yeah, he says, have a seat. We were just talking about the fact that I think this is a move against the church. That's the only reason I can figure someone would target Miranda specifically and know exactly what was necessary to break her sword.
But I got this box, and I'm not going to open it. Because when I saw it happen to Miranda,
Well, then,
I was afraid something would happen.
why don't you check it with your abilities as a wizard?
Well, I had other things to do at the time.
Well,
but
sure.
I'm just saying that I got this, and he got something.
Well, you're safe now. Why don't you check them out?
Yeah.
I mean, this
All right.
place is pretty
Miranda
safe.
gets visibly nervous when you say you're gonna open the box, and she's like,
Yeah. Now you know what
Do you
yours
go
is.
to another room?
Yeah, that's trombone.
Yeah. Do you want to open your wizard site or go to another room, or what are you thinking?
Well, I'll go.
just be careful.
Okay.
Okay. You do your
So,
wizard site.
I'm putting gloves on.
Okay.
I'm opening my wizard site.
Oh, I can't even remember how we do this anymore. Okay. Is it a lore check to understand what you say and then discipline to close? That's right. All right. So give me a lore check. Now you have not opened the box or anything like that.
5.
Okay. The box you're looking at, your box, does not look like there's anything going on with it. The only thing you can really tell about it is there's a significant amount of emotion attached to whatever's in the box.
Inside.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a spell, though. Okay. I mean, what she had, it was definitely a spell. It was specifically targeted at her. You look at his trombone case, it looks really, really old. Well, you don't have to roll again. It looks really, really old, but you don't see any spells on it at all. It looks just like a trombone. Again, this looks like it was aimed specifically at her. When you look around the room, oh my gosh, you can see the dark shadows of,
yeah, we're in a
of
haunted
twisted.
mansion.
Yeah, oh yeah, you are. The dark shadows of the
I was waiting
twisted,
for this.
twisted bodies. When you look up at the ceiling, it's like blood's pouring
Do
down
I
the
not have the
walls.
strength to like?
It's a discipline check now to try and close it, and this is intense.
We were worried about the box, and
Yeah,
we were like,
remember,
Oh, yeah.
anything you
This is
see with your wizard sight, you can't forget. Okay.
So like I'm looking at the box, I look at the trombone, I look up, and I'm like,
yeah, and you go deathly pale, and everybody goes,
I
"Oh my
see
gosh!"
this
Yeah,
and
oh,
think
everybody
that she
sees
was
it, and both you
attacked by the
attacked
box,
by the
and I'm like,
Yeah, so make your discipline check.
I'm afraid.
Just think of like Eddie
What'd you
Murphy
get?
from like Daddy Daycare.
5.
Okay, that's what you needed was a 5. So you're able to close your third eye, and everything kind of drops out of sight, and
what
you're
happened?
like,
Why did I forget I was in the Lori Mansion?
and he goes.
Why was I? Not
Gabriel
in
says,
bed? I'm in the Lori Mansion.
we maybe should have. Well, no, the kitchen's not any
You
better.
said we were safe.
We are safe. I just
No.
forgot that wizards and their eyes are.
Yeah,
It's a very intense experience.
I should have thought.
Yeah, I'm not a wizard. I forget these things. He says, I'm just a.
I'm going
humble
to have
man of the
nightmares
cross.
for years.
Yeah. Yeah, but the trombone looks normal. The box
So
you had.
Does anything
So he's
happen
got
to
a
me
cool trombone,
permanently
huh?
for all that?
No.
Okay.
No. Remember, you can take if you had missed your roll, you could have taken a stressed attack, but a mental stress attack, which might not be really good right now.
I still feel very stressed, so
Yeah.
I'm
You can open the box.
intrigued by the box, but
What's
I'm
in the
afraid it's gonna be something to do
Absolutely.
with parents, or maybe they've done something to someone I know that it's gonna upset me.
You want to? It's got a little nice little red bow on it.
You know what? I'll have a couple more quick drinks,
Mm-hmm.
so I won't care as much.
Sure. That's a
Funny thing.
Make sure you're not
You
Alcohol,
don't.
you
You don't
drink it.
remember when Gabriel Beaumont brought the crystal decanter over there, but all of a sudden the crystal decanter is on the table.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Ghosts. Spoopy.
Very haunted mansion.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Oof.
What were you
What are you doing? Why are you rolling?
I don't know. I
I
thought
don't know. I actually just
You're just gonna open the box. Are you opening the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? It falls down on the ground and nothing happens.
Yeah. If you drop it on the ground,
You
yeah,
hear it
Whoever
shattering
tied that red
inside.
bow.
yeah, really nice. You just
Yeah,
can't bring
very
yourself to
exciting.
break it open. Yeah, nope, you
You
can
know
open
what
it.
it is? It's because I saw that and I'm just really afraid of what's in this box.
Same.
You
All
open it.
right.
All right, you pull the ribbon, comes undone. Open the box. You kind of lift it up and drops open. There's like a little, I don't know, white tissue paper in there. There's a nose ring.
I don't understand.
It's got blood on it.
Think about your student.
It's a nose ring. It's got blood on it. It's just
Does it
still
look
little
like
crusted up blood.
Carla's?
You have no idea. You gonna call her? You got her number?
Somebody call her. I can't call her because I'll mess up my phone.
Well, you got your Nokia. Oh yeah, you're way too amped up now. Somebody else has got to call her.
Okay, someone go across the room
I'll go across the room
and call Carla.
You're gonna call out the number to him?
Yeah.
I'm sure you know it. Okay.
Hey,
All right. Who's gonna call?
I'll call.
Okay. Ring.
All right.
Anna phone.
You call.
Ring. Goes to voicemail.
You call
Hi, this is
Miriam.
Carla. I can't come to the phone right now. Would you please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Hey, this is Bunk. Friend. You remember me, Bunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like
answer
I'm
machine responds.
give me a call. Give me a call as soon as you can. We're a little worried about you, so give us a call.
All right. You leave a message. Yeah. No answer.
I'll call Muriel's. She instructed me to call Muriel's.
Okay. You call Muriel's and ask them. Who's Carla?
Oh, is Carla in?
Yeah, she's on the front desk, maitre d'. Let me go get her real quick. Who is this? Is it an emergency? She's kind of busy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an emergency. It's,
Okay. Hold on.
Dela's calling for her.
Hold on, just a second. A couple minutes goes by, and all of a sudden, on the phone. Hi, this is Carla. What's up? Who's this?
Dela was just making sure you're okay. There's been some stuff going on tonight.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm working. Yeah, I'm just on front desk. I'm actually front of house tonight. So yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay, cool.
You haven't
Don't
seen
be
her.
alone.
Don't be alone. Be careful.
Yeah, just be careful tonight.
Okay. Well, Carl's working. I'll make sure he walks me home. Anything in particular I should look for? I'm getting pretty good at this magic stuff. I could probably handle it anyway. Maybe not yet.
Yeah, keep with that magic.
Okay. You got a pistol? Yeah, you got a gun? Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, just be careful. Have a good night.
Okay, sure will. All right. Yeah, I'm working until 10 o'clock, so, well, I'm sorry. It's midnight, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're just cleaning up, getting ready to close down for the night, so I'll make sure Carl walks me
So
home.
it just has emotion. It was emotion in there.
Well, if it was removed from someone and they were really upset or it hurt them.
The
Who else
only
do you
other
know?
person I could think of. I know Miss Clara does not have a nose ring.
No, she does not.
Would my sister have a nose ring?
You have another apprentice, sweetheart.
The only I remember was
two.
Carla.
The other little
Hera.
girl.
Oh.
The little 14-year-old
She's so
girl,
young, I
12-year-old
just-
girl, whatever. Yeah, I think she's 12 or 13 or something like that. She's
I
little.
forgot about her.
Oh crap!
Yeah. Where did we put her?
She's in a
She's
foster
in
home.
a foster home. but,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
a terrible place.
No, it's a nice foster home arranged through the church. They're actually
Oh.
very understanding of magical, and they've been allowing her to train with
Never
Dela.
mind.
All right.
Yeah, they're actually
so-
very nice foster home.
Like, wait, why do we do that?
Deacon Fontainebleau arranged all of this. Yes, yeah, no, he's a. Yeah.
I'm gonna say to Beaumont, would you call the foster
home?
home?
Sure, absolutely. He reaches over, grabs the phone, kind of walks across the room. It's one of those cordless handsets, and he kind of goes,
It's
you know,
terrible to hurt a kid.
Never heard her before.
"Hi, this is Gabriel Beaumont. You may have known me from the St. Louis Cathedral." Right. Is Hera home? She's not. Okay. Do you know where she is? Spending the night at a friend's house. Right. Is there any way you can call the house and find out if she's there? Sure. Give me a call back at this number. And he kind of rattles off the number real quick and then hangs up. And he looks a little nervous, you know, because, you know, this sounds very definitely like it. A couple minutes goes by, you know, it seems like 3 hours.
Yes.
It's probably been 15. And
Hours or minutes?
15
Hours.
minutes, yeah. Hours, yeah.
Hours.
Yeah.
We're all passed out.
Phone rings again, and he grabs the handset, walks across the room away from you, and says, "Right. Okay. You need to call the police and get them over there as soon as possible. Right. No, call the police and get them. No, call the police. Specifically ask for Brian Johnson. Right, Brian Johnson. He maybe I think he's a captain. He knows what's going on. Call Captain Brian Johnson. Make sure he knows. Here's his number. Okay, and he hangs up. He says, "Yeah, Hera is supposedly spending the night at a friend's house. They haven't been able to get anybody on the phone over at the friend's house. I told them to contact Brian Johnson. Other than that, I guess we just sit tight and wait."
It may not be their fault, but I still in my heart blame the Devanese.
Do you think this is related to this?
Mm-hmm.
She was placed with the church family.
Could be.
Mm.
Could be.
So, historic enemies of the church. What are we talking about?
The Black
Satan.
Denarians.
Oh.
No, well, it's Satan, yes.
I mean, Satan.
Well, the Black and Denarians are the ones, you know, anybody who is a Satanist or anti-church, you know, something like that. But the Black and Denarians, remember, were the demons that were put into the 30 pieces of silver that were used to purchase, or that were given to Judas to purchase his information about Jesus. Each of the coins carries a demon. And if you touch the coin, the demon gets in your head. People who carry these coins are super, super powerful. The church was supposed to be has some of the coins in their possessions. If you remember, when you had taken the staff of Solomon down there, Deacon Fontainebleau had told you that they had like 4 or 5 of the coins back down there in the reliquary down there, and they kept them under lock and key. And it was because of the holy relics that were around them, they were kind of masked. Because the church is having trouble holding on to some of the coins, because it seems like there's somebody in the church who they get the coins, and then somebody gets these coins and gives them back to the denarians so they can make more people. So yeah.
Yeah, that was my introduction to the supernatural world, actually.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, icky stuff there. Yep.
Should we go over? Can we find the house? Beaumont, can we find the house?
Deacon
and go
Beaumont. No,
ourselves?
sorry. Gabriel Beaumont could probably tell you the foster family's address and stuff like that. Yeah, he probably knows it. He's
I'm
got
gonna
pretty
go
deep
over.
connections to the
What
local
about your
church.
trombone?
Trombone seemed fine. Yeah,
I got a cool trombone.
yeah.
Sweet.
He's not associated with the church. In fact, fairies are
Well,
kind
neither are we.
of fairies are kind of anti-church, you know. So yeah.
So,
Well, but if they know about your financial stuff, they're not coming after you. They're just letting you know, I know what you know, so we know that you know, and so you better, yeah, you know that's a holding pattern right there.
It doesn't help if I don't know who it comes from.
Yeah, right,
it's
right,
like, I don't
right.
know. Like,
So can I go?
We gotta talk to
Yeah.
the bank.
By the way, Anastasia has headed home.
Okay.
Okay.
I made sure to say she's sure she's gonna be good. And
Yeah,
should
she's
we
okay.
take out
No.
Lauren right now? She's weak, or just leave her to recover?
Duel? Oh no, she's not associated with her. Anastasia, yeah, that's
No, I
one.
meant like, should we kill her because anti-scabies?
Anastasia would probably tell you no. Leave her alive. It's probably a better idea to just let her, know that she's been defeated in front of everyone. That's going to be a big deal. Now you headed over to Anne Marie's, right? We're going
Yes.
to cut over to Darwin real quick. I assume you're going home with her to make sure she gets home safe.
Yes.
Okay.
Because she
you-
is visibly shaken from
Yeah.
her.
Call a
picture.
taxi. She heads home. She lives in kind of a nicer area of. It's kind of near Frenchman Street, but it's a nicer, bigger home. When you get there, it's all dark, of course, because it is like 12:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
And she gets out of the taxi and she looks pretty upset. She goes, "Darwin, would you come inside with me so I can check on the house?"
Absolutely.
She walks up to the door, pulls out her key, unlocks the door, steps inside. It's not a big house, kind of small, but it's very nice and old, very, very old. When you step inside, you can feel yourself crossing. She invites you inside so you can cross the threshold. Very nice. You notice that the kitchen table has all kinds of stuff on it. Looks like thaumaturgical stuff like that, where she's probably been prepping things for the
Can
storm.
relate.
And she kind of walks to the house,
The
looking
seven.
around. It's got a second story. She walks upstairs, looks in all the rooms. There's like looks like a library on the second floor with a bunch of books. Most of them are kind of magical oriented. There's a bedroom, and then there's another bedroom. And she looks around and she says, "I think everything's okay. I will contact my granddaughter in the morning and see if I can get her to move somewhere safer. Obviously, someone knows about her." And then she looks over to you and she says, "Thank you so much for making sure I was safe tonight." And she's kind of walking you down the stairs, and then she reaches over and she kisses you on the cheek and she says, "I really appreciate this. And if I need any help with anything else, I will definitely call on you." And she smiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so then, she walks you to the door and closes the door and everything. Yeah. You are going to...
That's a good question from this point.
Well, they probably told you they were going to Gabriel Belmont's.
Yeah, I'll probably head that way after this.
You get to the... Trying to think. You guys probably Ubered over there or taxied over there or something. You get there about the time they're probably coming out of the front door and Gabriel Beaumont is locking up. And what are you guys going to tell him? You guys are heading out the door. Gabriel Beaumont's locking up because you're going to go check out the Foster family's home, right? And they're getting ready to leave. And you kind of come rolling up in a taxi or an Uber or something. Probably a taxi.
It's
And-
everyone.
Yeah, it's all of them. Yeah, and Miranda, I think, is going yes? Yes, okay, yes. And Gabriel's still with you guys.
How
So,
are
yeah.
we doing?
And Swift.
Oh, mascara down the face, reeking of alcohol.
Yeah, she's got a bottle with her. Yeah.
ripped off a couple of the accoutrements from the Joan of Arc situation.
Yeah.
Mask just pushed up in the hair like a headband,
Yeah.
and drunkenly like, "Darwin, what's up?"
Oh no.
Let's go, thanks. Let's go cook.
You gotta go save a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
Save the kid.
Kara,
What's
the
wrong with her?
girl
She's missing. Yeah.
Oh,
that
He has no
there's,
clue.
oh,
Do you
there's-
have, like, a
there's a
nose
nose
there?
ring in the box.
it's like a regular ass sword.
And the nose ring came from Tara.
Yeah, actually, Gabriel says, "Well, actually, I do." And the funny thing he does, he reaches over into the little umbrella stand beside the door and pulls out this sword. And it's just kind of a straight sword. It looks kind of Chinese. And he says, he kind of flexes the blade. It's a nice Chinese sword. He slaps it back into the scabbard and hands it to you. He says, "Consider it a gift." You're like,
Dope.
who keeps swords in the umbrella stand? If I had an umbrella stand, that's
Wait,
where
so
mine
there's
would be.
like-
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if I had an umbrella stand, all of those would be sitting in this right by the door. Yeah,
this one got rocks too.
yeah. That's a nice sword.
Somebody
Yeah,
just said they wanted a Christmas gift.
yeah, there you go.
Umbrella stand.
Yeah. Are you gonna look at the sword?
Yeah.
Give me a weapons check.
So, okay.
Yeah,
my
you're looking at weapons to
is-
see if you, because you probably know a good bit about weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, it'd be craftsmanship probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wouldn't it?
weapons
Let's go with
is,
weapons.
I
Yeah,
did it anyway.
It's a
What'd you get?
nil.
a nil. Yeah, but what's your weapons score? Skill.
Oh, my weapon score is +5.
All right. You look at this sword, and it's got this little, mark from the blacksmith or the weaponsmith's mark. You kind of look at it, and you probably show it to Darwin, and Darwin, you look at it, and you're like, this sword's really old. And you're kind of running through your, weapons marks, a really nice sword. You're pretty sure this sword is maybe a couple thousand years old. Maybe not a couple thousand, probably closer to like 1,500 years old. And you're like, he just gave
You were keeping this in your umbrella stand?
He goes, yeah, I'm not so much for swords anymore.
Hey, after tonight, maybe me neither.
Yeah. Well, he kind of chuckles and says, I understand that. Anyway, so he hands the sword to you, and you're like, wow, and it's old and nice. You're thinking maybe actually really Chinese sword made back in, the Dynasty. Yeah, so, yeah. The Love Dynasty, yeah.
My favorite one.
That's right, yeah.
Wow, so much cool
We go with
stuff.
Han Dynasty, but I'm not sure what year that was. So, yeah, my Chinese history is a little rusty. So, yeah, you kind of pile into the cab to go to the Foster family's house. Okay, all right. Pile into the cab. It's probably like an SUV cab or something like that. And you head over to the Foster family's house. When you pull up to it, it's a little shotgun house, kind of over in the Garden District. And it's nice, kind of a bluish color, 2-story, very typical shotgun house. The lights are all on. There's a police car out front, couple of them. And you pull up, hop out, and you can see a couple of uniformed cops on the front, on the front porch. And so it looks like there's at least two on the porch. They see you guys get out, and one of the guys comes down the steps and says, hey, we've got an active investigation going on here. I can't have you on the premises.
Hi, my name is Dela. If you tell Captain Brian Johnson I'm here.
Okay, just a second. He's inside. Hold on. And so he gets up, kind of heads inside, and he comes back out, and he goes, Captain Johnson says you're okay. So come on in.
Okay.
He kind of looks a little puzzled. And so you kind of head up the stairs. And
Especially since we're still in our ball.
yeah, right. And she's
Probably
got
have blood all
mascara.
We surely
She
have-
looks rough.
Obvious,
Say what you want.
But we surely have
Yeah, you look
blood.
good. That's right. So do you. You don't look bad at all.
Would we have blood on us? I mean, surely from kill. I mean,
Probably.
Yeah,
You never got hit.
I never got hit. I mean, I look
You look
great.
fine.
You have other people's blood.
Yeah, you have
Yeah, I
other
have
people's
other
blood on
people's
you. Yeah, that's
blood.
right. But you
It's
look
just-
fine.
Connect blast with that one.
That's right. You're behind the wall. That's right.
Exactly, I'm fine.
Any blood would have gotten on the branches, so you're fine. Yeah, but yeah, you probably have other people's blood on you, and you've got mascara and the whole 9 yards. Yeah,
He's like,
and you're carrying a different sword.
What?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like just shoved in my belt.
yeah. Right.
Exactly.
Right. The little belt that goes around the dress. Yeah. So you head inside. Captain Johnson meets you at the door, and he looks at all of you and says, "What are you guys doing here?"
Hera.
Yeah, right. The daughter who's missing. What about her?
Yes, she's one of my apprentices,
You should show him the thing.
Oh, so
and this is what I got tonight at a party thrown by the Devanese.
he looks at it and he says, "There's a nose ring. I assume it's from her.
Yes.
You're pretty sure it is from her.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's hers.
Or it's an earring. Maybe a nose ring, earring. You're not real sure. They
She had
kinda-
lots of
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says, okay, so somebody's got her and is sending you a message. Do you have some enemies that might be after you? And you're like, how long do you have? Yeah. All of them?
Got a lot of enemies.
Yes, I don't have any.
Enemies? Yeah.
I don't have any what
Anemones?
we would call pedestrian enemies.
Pedestrian. Okay. He says, well, she was over at a friend's house. We headed over there, and the house is empty. Looks like it's been ransacked. Somebody attacked. We've got a crew processing it right now, seeing if we can find any clues, fingerprints, footprints, anything like that. That's why we're over here taking statements, because I don't want anybody on the crime scene.
Yeah.
Did not find Hera, so I don't know.
Well, anyway. Okay. All right.
You want me to keep you in the loop if we find
Yeah,
anything?
keep me in the loop.
Got it. I'll definitely give you a
And,
call if we find anything or find hair or anything.
I'll keep trying to look for it too, but I won't interfere with your.
No. Look,
investigation.
you find anything, you let me know. We got to find this girl, especially if
Okay.
she's magically active because she's one of your apprentices.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Cool. He says,
Thank you.
well, be careful. If somebody's after you, then this is a message, and that means they may come for you next. That could be any of you, so be careful.
All right.
Do you want me to put police on your houses?
No.
You can
guys want
yeah.
that? No.
Absolutely not. I don't even want to be talking to the cops right now.
Yeah. You're kind of standing on the
corner.
porch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Bunk and I are both like,
All right.
You can send somebody around to check on BJ.
Oh, the pawn shop where you live. Got it.
Yeah,
I'll
just-
make sure that somebody's kind of out there keeping an eye
My
on him.
landlord.
And just
Yeah, he
I'm
lives.
not worried about me.
He lives in the back room, by the way, of the
Oh.
pawn shop. Yeah, so he lives there.
My
Yeah.
downstairs neighbor.
Yeah, that's right.
And just a little extra tidbit for you. This may be that they're after people associated with the church as well.
Got it. I'll maybe send somebody around to check on Deacon Fontainebleau too.
Oh, I should have called him.
Well, I'll send a car around there to make sure he's all right.
What about that guy Lawrence, the bank guy?
oh yeah, we need to talk to him,
Yeah.
especially about
Yeah.
the traffic
Yeah.
situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all
I'm
right.
not telling Captain him.
Wait,
Yeah.
what happened?
The bank guy.
So yeah, now I can say,
Oh,
oh,
yeah,
the
I'm
bank
in.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm not answering
Right.
that in front of the police.
Oh, right.
Oh.
All right. So,
Millions of dollars in gas.
around 22, 220 to 350, the $5 million. Yeah.
Remember,
Right.
this is the one who was
Yeah.
like paying with everything with priceless
Yeah.
gems.
That's so funny.
Will this
All right.
cover my rent?
Oh yeah.
So, you guys are going to head back to your respective domiciles then? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk.
With the beast sense, am I able to do some kind of tracking thing or no? Probably not.
You want to go to where where she was
Well,
abducted
they're
from?
not going to let us in, right?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
wasn't sure if
process.
I could smell.
Well, yeah.
from
No,
out
you can't
here
smell
or
anything
something.
here. No. Uh-uh.
See any tracks around the place?
You might. What if I said? What if you could?
You could go try if
Could've
you
used
want.
my Reptilian.
I mean, I could
beast
ask.
sense.
I could say, hey.
I mean,
my
Brian
friend
Johnson's
here
going to say, yeah. I
can
mean,
smell
yes, you're magically
Yeah.
active.
Sure,
Yeah,
let's-
sure.
Okay.
All right, so he gives you the address of the friend's house. It's like 2 blocks over. You could probably walk there faster than you can get a taxi. You show up to the house. The house is a little nicer house. It's got actual porch. It's not a little shotgun house. And looks kind of like these standard houses that you find in the garden district that are 2-story. They're really, really nice. And the door is standing wide open. Looks like it's been ripped off the hinges. Several of the windows are broken. All the lights are on. You see lots of people in these, little, look like the hazmat suits going around, and they've got, little placards with numbers on them in different places. And, they're dusting for things and shining lights on things and all these other different things to try and find clues, making casts of footprints in the dirt. You walk up. And what do you do?
I guess I'm gonna look for tracks, maybe where they ran, or see a blood trail. Maybe the nose ring was ripped out.
Right. Well, when you come walking,
How do I interact with them?
right, well, when you come walking up to the gate, one of the guys goes, "Oh, it's an active crime scene. I really can't let you in here." So
FBI, Tom Petty.
you have an FBI. I let you make it a
That'll
seat
be awesome.
check.
No,
Sure.
First off, I don't have the seats. I don't
Young
have
kid, they don't
that.
even know who Tom Petty
Another
is
guy.
either.
Well, probably what you can do is take a sniff of the air
That
and
was
see if
great.
you smell anything odd. So, do you want to make a?
Look, okay, if I get caught
Whoa,
impersonating
whoa,
an
you-
FBI agent, I'm gonna have a lot of issues.
Yeah, you are. You're gonna be. in
Whoa,
trouble.
whoa, we have an active crime scene here. Can't let you in. I'm good.
That just happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that? You can make an alertness check. Yeah, sure.
Or okay, yeah. Oof. I just got a 1.
You smell lots of humans, but you don't smell anything else.
Too many.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the problem. The humans are really masking everything.
I lean over down and say, we're good. Got nothing.
Can I sense magical
Woodgems?
residual magic?
Oh, baby,
Is that a thing?
good.
I'm just making sure there's something. Yeah. So
That's how you do it. Unless you want to do a spell.
nope. I'm gonna open my eye again.
Okay. Make me a lore check.
But I'm gonna peek. No, just kidding.
Open is open. Or it's not open. Alright. What's your lore?
3.
Okay. You look around. You don't see any magic or residual
Oh wait,
magic.
no. Yeah, 3.
And one thing you do notice about this house is you can see that there's kind of a threshold. It's got this kind of warm glow from it. There's a family lived here, and it looked like it was
So that had to be somebody strong enough to destroy the threshold,
or something.
or someone let them in.
Right,
Probably
right,
let
or
them
it
in.
wasn't magic.
Yeah.
Either that, or
Oh,
was
that's true.
normal human with guns will do
That's true.
any threshold. Guns don't care about thresholds.
Does it look
That's
like
right.
there are guns or bullet holes, or does it just look like
You
stuff
can't
is
tell.
repelled?
I mean, these guys are not going to talk to you about it, really.
No, yeah, I wasn't.
Okay, make me a
asking.
discipline check so you can close your eye. It's not real strong. What'd you get?
No.
Oh, dear Lord. What'd you get?
2.
That's enough.
Oh.
No, again, this is a residential area where
Okay.
lots of families lived. It's not a real terribly intense area. I mean, New Orleans is intense because it's old, but this isn't. This is
Okay.
kind of nice area. You close your eye and don't really see anything under. Again, the thing that the real sense you get is that this is a nice place where a family lives. They've raised children here. Lots of generations have raised families here. It's got kind of pleasant. You get the warm fuzzies.
Well,
So
guess it's time to.
okay, everybody starts heading off to their
Yeah.
respective place. Gabriel tells you you're staying at his place tonight.
Oh,
He'll
okay.
make up the guest bedroom. Yeah, so you guys head off to bed for the night. Gabriel gets a taxi, brings you up there, takes you up the stairs, and there's a nice bedroom with chest of drawers and a really big feather bed. And he says, "This is yours. You're welcome to stay here as long as you want, or as short a time as you want. If you need anything, let me know." And he says, "Place is yours. There's a ensuite bathroom right there, and I'm gonna head to bed. So just let me know." And so he heads off down the hallway. Door opens and closes. Yeah.
I'll spend a little time just sort of like looking at the sword and taking it out of the scabbard. Has a scabbard? Has a
A wooden scabbard, in fact. It's
Okay,
wooden. Yeah, it's really nice.
just kind of looking at it a little bit, and then I'll lay it up on like the other side of the bed. I'll
Yeah.
lay in the bed for a little while and just be like, "No ghosts."
Yeah, actually, this bedroom, you don't get a lot of ghostly feeling. It doesn't have any cold spots,
Goodness, I can see her.
Yeah. Well, you remember the reason why the house was given to Gabriel Beaumont was because he keeps the ghosts calm.
Calm.
That's right. That's what he does. Yeah.
I open my phone, like start to send a bunch of emojis, realize everybody's probably asleep, backspace.
Would say never stop.
Put it up. Normally it wouldn't. Pass out eventually.
Okay. You sleep pretty well. A few dreams about swords breaking and shattered glasses and things like that. In the morning, you kind of your eyes, sunlight hits you from one of the windows, and your eye creeps open. You realize you still got your mascara and your dress on and all the other stuff.
Hungover.
Yeah, well, you're probably not that hungover, honestly. And you see somebody standing at the foot of the bed, and it's a little boy. And he sees you, and he takes off at a run. He's
Like-
probably like 8 years old,
Like
maybe.
through a wall or out
No,
the
out the door, out the door.
Okay.
Takes off on a run, runs out the door, opens the door, closes
Runs
it,
right
and
down
out
Out
the
the
door.
door, shut
Yeah.
up, just goes right
What
through
does
the
he
door.
look like?
African
Fast
American,
to see.
kind of dark hair, dark eyes, kind of medium brownish skin.
You said about 8?
Yeah, about 8. He was young. I mean,
Okay.
out the door he goes. A couple minutes later, Gabriel Beaumont comes walking in, and he's got a pair of jeans on and a t-shirt. And it's an Aerosmith t-shirt. And he comes walking in, which is a little weird seeing him in an Aerosmith
Yeah,
t-shirt. Because
he's
you used to
wearing
seeing
a
him in a
patch
tie and a
jacket
coat
last
and stuff
night.
like that. He's always dressed very nicely. And he goes, "Hey, coffee?
Please.
Cool. Come on downstairs. I'll make some." So he heads downstairs, and you hear the coffee pot start to cycle.
Attempt to wash my face
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, well, you can. Actually, the bathroom has cold cream. It has soap, shampoo. You can get a shower if you want, even.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get showered up. You notice that in the closet there's like some sweatpants. They look like they probably will fit and they won't be terrible.
Work.
Yeah. You drag those on. They're kind of like this kind of pastel blue color. You head downstairs. Gabriel
Pretty
Beaumont's
fresh.
got some coffee on the table. He's got some eggs on the table. They're scrambled, and some bacon. And he goes, "Eat up, eat up. We got a busy day ahead of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need your
I'm
help
like,
with something. So, and it's pretty important. And so, you eat
I'm
up."
like ravenous about the eggs.
Yeah, he has some eggs and some bacon too, and drinks some of the coffee. And he says, "Yeah, let me grab the car." And so he heads out, meet me out front, and he kind of heads out through one of the little side doors, and you kind of head out front, and the door beside, there's a kind of a garage door beside the door, kind of rolls up, and out rolls this Range Rover. And actually the steering wheel's on the wrong side. So it's a real Range Rover, from the UK. And he says, "Yeah, we need to head down into the Garden District real quick. There's something I need to get. I had a kind of a revelation last night about what needs to happen."
Okay.
And so he you open the door, pile inside, and he takes off down into the Garden District. You head down to the part of the Garden District, a lot of it has not been rebuilt yet. Because Katrina's kind of wiped out a lot of houses. There's a lot of houses that are broken and derelict. And you head towards what looks like this really old church. But it's not a church anymore. It's kind of red. It's got white walls. Looks like 2 or 3 stories, windows, and you notice that there's like a playground in front of it. It's reasonably new-looking playground with kind of like AstroTurf for kids to play on, and there's kids playing in it. You also notice that there's lots of pickup trucks out there, and it looks like the building itself is still being worked on. There's no stained glass windows. Some of the windows just have wood in them. And he pulls in, parks, and says, "Come on." And so he hops out, heads up to the door. And the door's open, he goes inside, there's lots of dust and cement dust and stuff like that. And you can hear saws going and stuff like that. Some of the pews are lined up against the wall, kind of stacked up against the wall. And he walks up to this gentleman. He's kind of got sandy hair, a little heavy set, wearing a plaid shirt. And he looks like he's maybe in his 40s, maybe 50s, you're not real sure. And he walks up, and Gabriel walks up and she says, "Brendan, how are you?" And then Van says, "Oh, I'm doing well. Looks like the renovations are coming along pretty well. But we still don't have enough money for the stained glass windows, really." And he says, and so Gabriel says, "Well, how much do you need? I can talk to Deacon Fontainebleau." And he says, "Well, stained glass windows, so expensive. We may just go with something cheaper, especially since we're not going to be a church anymore." And Gabriel says, "Well, yeah, but you're going to be a community center. We want it to look nice. We want to remind them that this was a church." And he says, $40,000 would probably put really beautiful stained glass windows in, but I'm just not sure if that's what we really need to do." And he says, "Well, look," Gabriel Beaumont says, "Well, look, you do have the key to the reliquary down below, right?" And he says, Of course. "Do you need to get down there?" And Gabriel says, "Yeah, I have a friend who I need to get something for." And he says, "Oh, that's by your friend." And he puts his hand and he says, "Brendan Olieri." And he says, "Oh, nice to meet you." And you would
Miranda.
be Miranda.
Gagnon.
"Oh, I've heard about you. You're the one who's the Knight of the Cross in New Orleans. Yeah. Running with Knights of the Cross, you've come up in the world since hanging out with us Irish contractors." And he's going to says, Gabriel says, "Well, I run with all kinds." He says, "Well, yeah, sometimes not the most, good kinds. I remember when we had that business a few years back." And Gabriel goes, and so
Let's talk about the business.
and so Brendan goes, "Mum's the word, right? Here's the key. Remember, you know where it is." So it looks like this old church is being renovated and turned into something else. And as you start kind of walking down the main area of the church where there's no pews anymore, Gabriel looks at it and says, "Well, there's just not much of an Irish. There's not really enough Irish people living in this area anymore to really warrant having an Irish Catholic church anymore. Besides, everybody wants to go to St. Louis Cathedral," he says. "So we're turning it into a community center. We're going to have classes here and things like that. But the reliquary is still there, and I've still got something down there I need to recover real quick." He says, I'll be right back."
Nice project.
And so he walks up to the reliquary, and he kind of opens the door. He says, "Wait here." Opens the door with this really old key, and the door doesn't move. And he says, "It always sticks." And he kind of puts his shoulder against it and pushes it, and dust comes flying out. And he says, "I'll be right back." So he kind of walks into the reliquary. And what you can tell is it doesn't even go downstairs. It looks like it just kind of goes under this raised part of the altar. And he disappears back in there, and kind of hearing. Light comes on, looks like he's using his cell phone for a flashlight. 15 minutes or so goes by. Brendan's got, over there talking to the guys. Well, no, make sure you measure that twice and cut once. And they're doing lots of stuff to try and fix this. And Gabriel comes out and he's got this package. It's about, this long. And it looks like something wrapped in a cloth. And he says, come on, we'll head out to the Range Rover and I'll tell you what's going on. And so you walk out to the Range Rover and he hops in and you probably get in on the other side, yeah? Mm-hmm. And he unwraps this package and inside is what looks like a spearhead. And it's kind of a simple metal spear with kind of a crossbar on it. And he reaches into the back of the Range Rover and there's this wooden shaft about this long and it's threaded. And so he reaches over and he starts threading this thing onto it. And it looks like, there's this metal thread on there. And he looks at it. He finishes, kind of spinning it up and he goes, this is for you. It used to be mine.
What is it?
Well, you've probably heard about it through the years. It was called the Spear of Destiny. It was called the Guy Sail. In Irish, folklore, it was the Guy Bowls wielded by Cuchulainn. He says, but its first name was the Longinus Lance, and it was wielded by the Roman soldier who pierced the side of Christ. He says, now it's not mine. It was given to me by a very close friend. And so I kept it for him. And since you've lost your sword, sometimes a spear is even better. And so he says, it's yours. And he kind of shoves it into the back seat a little bit because, there's really not a whole lot of place to hold it in the front seat. And he says, but I want you to take it because I think you're going to need it. And the reason I never drew a Moroclus was because I didn't need to. I had this. And so he says, come on, I'll get you back to your place.
Amanda just fully is just silent crying.
Yeah, right. And he says, I'll get you back to BJ's. So he, starts the car, begins to pull forward, and all of a sudden you hear tink in the front windshield. And the right side of Gabriel Beaumont's head explodes. No. Okay? What? And he leans back, and there's just blood and brain matter everywhere. And then, this is the weird part, he turns toward, half his brain is gone. He's dead. And he turns towards you and says, with what's left of his mouth, take the spear. I'll get better. And he leans back like that.
Wow.
And it's 8:40. We're going to stop there for the night because that's a great cliffhanger.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.